Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rose DiNardo. I'm the Assistant Director in the e-learning division, and welcome to Tech Week Part 1. Today we're going to explore Screencast-O-Matic, which is actually pretty easy, so it's going to be a very short webinar. Then I'm going to open it up for questions. I'm going to go over support that's available to you, and then just a couple reminders at the end. So let me go ahead and go to my Screencast-O-Matic account here. I'm actually not logging in with our account because I want it to look like it would if you were logging in for the first time. So you can actually use Screencast-O-Matic without even signing up. However, when you sign up, it is free and you can store within Screencast-O-Matic if you do that. I do want to point out that I am going to be talking about the free version. However, as you can see, there is two paid versions. And the one that we use in e-learning is the deluxe version, which comes out to about $19 and something per year. And I will tell you as we go along when there is a feature available that you can use if you have the deluxe version. So what we want to do first is we want to record for free, and that button is right here, that blue oval. We want to click on that. Now, as you can see underneath, you can use this for Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and Chromebook. So Screencast-O-Matic works with all of those. So let's click the record for free button. Now here I have the chance to launch the free recorder in English or any other language I prefer, or I can upgrade my recorder to the deluxe or premier version. But today we're going to use the free recorder. So I'm going to click Launch Free Recorder. And as you can see down below, it is telling me to click the file to download it. And as I said, I'm going through the download with you so that you can see what it will be like when you do it for the first time. So it's telling me that it's launched and the recorder will appear in a few moments. So here we have the recorder. You can see that it's picking up my speaking through the microphone. So let's talk about some of the features that we have here in our recorder control. First of all, we have the white and black screen around the edges. So anything that is within this area here is what's going to be recorded. Now I could do a couple of things. I could extend this box myself and move it around. I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller. In this case, let's make it a little bigger and move it back down a little bit. I could record the entire screen area if I wanted to. I could record just a portion of it. If I wanted to, I could record using a webcam and no screen. Or if I wanted to, I could use both a webcam and the screen. I know that some people like to use both. Today's demo, we're going to use just the screen. Maximum time. It says no maximum time is checked. However, 15 minutes is the maximum time when you're using the free version. If you are using the paid version, you can have unlimited amount of time. However, when you are making a video, 10 to 15 minutes is the correct amount of time for best practices for that. You can adjust your screen size. As we talked about, you could do just a portion of the screen. You could do the full active window, or you could do the full screen. It's up to you. So I'm going to do the active window. Actually, you know what? Let me go back because I want to show you what happens when we record. When we record, you'll know that you're recording because that black edge, that black dashed edge, is going to turn to red. And that's how you know that your screen is recording. So you can adjust your recording frame with the preset sizes, or you can adjust it, as I said, by dragging the corners and the sides of the frame. As for the narration, the app will detect auto sources connected to your computer. So as you can see, it's detecting my microphone. And then as for the computer audio, the free recorder will only capture narration. If you wanted to capture computer audio, it requires an upgrade to the deluxe plan. So that means that you would have to, if you wanted to record maybe a portion of a video, that you can find on a website, and you wanted to capture that on Screencast-O-Matic, you would have to pay for the deluxe version in order for it to be captured by the Screencast-O-Matic. Then we have our preferences, and the preferences are things such as where you want your control bar, do you want to preview your webcam, and there's a countdown. So when we go to record, it gives you 3 seconds to get ready, and it will count down 1, 2, 3. So that is one of the options that you have as well. All right, over here, I'm going to go ahead and press record, and so that we can get a snippet of a recording, and you'll see what happens when we start to record. So there is the countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then when it says go, you can start the recording. As you can see, the perimeter of our box is now red and white instead of black and white, and it is recording what is in the screen. Down below, you have the ability to pause. You can pause and then come back and continue recording the same video. It also tells you how long you've been recording and what you set your max time to. It shows you that you are recording your narration, and that computer audio is not available. If I had the deluxe version and I was using that, you see that there's a pencil here, and I could actually draw on the screen as I'm going along. And again, that is available in the deluxe version. So that would be as if you were using the big blue button, how you have the control to use on the whiteboard. It would be the same thing like that. So I am going to go ahead and stop this recording. Now, when I pause it, it's going to ask me if I want to record it again to continue where I left off. If I want to preview what I've recorded already, how much time I've recorded. Again, if I want to turn on the draw and zoom features, which is available with the deluxe package. If I want to delete it and start over, or if I am done. In this case, I'm going to say that I am done so that you can see what happens after you record a video. So now you have the option to save and upload, a quick share, or edit the video. Now, if you edit the video, let's click on that first. You have the option to start and cut some of this. So if I wanted to start the video a little bit later than where I started talking, because when I had talked, I had said this, 3, 2, 1, go. I can actually move in further and start 5 seconds later. I could do the same thing at the back end, and I can make this video shorter, and I could cut it. If I wanted to, I could turn on captions. There are three ways to do captioning. The first and free way is to load a captions file, and you see right there from text or caption file that is TXT, CBV, or CRT, and then you can edit your captions in the caption editor. You could, if you pay for the deluxe, you could use set the language that you want, and you can allow it to do the speech to text for you, which it does very well, doing the speech to text, which is actually the easiest way in order to get captioning. I apologize for the dog barking in the background. And we also have the blank captions. In the blank captioning, you can actually play the video and type the captions in yourself as you go along. So we're going to cancel out of this because I'm not going to actually do any of the captioning today. When you are done, you click done. Now if you did do captioning, you want to make sure that it has this turn blue to make sure that the captioning is there. So now you have your choice of how to save the file. You could save it as a video file, which you would save it as an MP4 onto your computer. Now, the nice thing about that is you get to save it on your computer, and you have that file. If you upload it to Screencast-O-Matic, you're saving it directly onto Screencast-O-Matic's site. So it's not taking up your space, but then it's going to give you a link to that file, and you could put that link into your course. That is actually going to save you space in your course, because as you may know, some of you may have had issues with storage because of the amount of files and videos that you may have had. And then unfortunately, we cannot increase your individual storage capacity. There is also an option, and I'm not sure why it's not showing. Oh, there we go. You also have the option of YouTube. YouTube is actually one of the easier options to use, and we've said this before in previous webinars that we have held. And using YouTube, one, automatically will put the captions in for you so that you don't have to upload a file or type the blank captions if you're using the free version. It also allows you to link it to YouTube for your course. That way you're saving storage as well. To upload it to Vimeo, Google Drive, or Dropbox, you will need to upgrade to the deluxe. So I am going to save this as a video file today. And then it's going to tell you what type of file you're saving it as, the file name. You have the option of deciding where you want to put it. So I'm going to put it on my desktop so that I can find it. I don't have any captions today, and the quality is going to be normal. Although if you wanted to, you could, for a smaller file, you could use a lower quality, or you could use for a larger file higher quality. But I'm going to leave it at normal. And then we click publish. As we're publishing, you can see it is showing me the percentage that it's publishing. I have the option to stop it if I want to. It's complete. So now I can play the video if I wanted to. I could browse my folder where I put it. I could copy the link so that I can get to it, or I could click done, which I'm going to do. Now it shows me that I have one recording in here. Now I am technically not logged in to Zoom. Or, I'm sorry, not Zoom. I said Zoom because it says it right here. I'm technically not connected to Screencast-O-Matic. So if I wanted to, I could create a login for free so that I could get back to that file. And if I wanted to create a login, all I need is an email address, or I could sign in with a Google account that I already have. So that, in a nutshell, is Screencast-O-Matic. It's very easy to use. As I said, very user-friendly. You have the options of the free or the paid subscription. To be honest, I wouldn't go for the Premier subscription. We've used it in e-learning, and we've never had a need for any of those features. But the Premier for $20 a year is pretty nice to be able to have, and to be able to have the speech to text automatically. All right, so this is the time if you have any questions about Screencast-O-Matic. As I said, this was going to be a very short webinar because Screencast-O-Matic is a very simple free product. While I'm waiting for any questions to pop up, I'm going to just go over a few things. For those of you who have not had a chance to meet everybody in the e-learning division, here we are. I know that no one has had a chance to meet Dr. Patrick Chad yet because we were already working remotely when he was hired. He is our Associate Dean. There I am in the middle, Rose DiNardo, the Assistant Director. And most of you probably already know Ginny McGee. She is our instructional designer and usually the first person that you get to speak to when you're contacting e-learning. For support in general, for support for Canvas or for your general e-learning needs, you could go to Canvas. You can search the Canvas guides. There is the support hotline that is available, as well as the live chat. And they're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year. And when the pandemic first started and everyone was working remotely, they had an uptick in calls, obviously, because more people were using Canvas than previously. And there was a long line, a long wait for the hotline or the live chat. I have been using it recently, and the most that I've been in line it is queued in at number 6, so it has gotten much better. You also can reach us at the e-learning division Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. And we have a shared email address, which is right there on the screen. It's distancelearning@camdencc.edu. And this is a wonderful email address to use because it connects to all three of us. And therefore, if one of us is busy, like right now, I'm giving the webinar, that means that Ginny and Dr. Chad could be monitoring the shared email box, and you might hear from one of them while I'm busy. So it's a nice email address to keep on hand. I hope that you consider joining me on Tuesday, November 17th for the part 1 of Building an Online Class Series. We're going to talk about planning. We're going to talk about your syllabus in an online or hybrid class. And we're going to talk about the quality of online courses and how you can assess that on your own. Okay, so let me go back and see if I have any questions. All right. Well, no one had any questions for me today. But if for some reason you think of a question afterwards, or you try to use Screencast-O-Matic and you have a question about that, please reach out to us and we'll be able to answer your question. If it's something that we're not able to answer, we will refer you to Screencast-O-Matic's website for their customer support. Thank you for joining me today and have a wonderful afternoon.